Today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's pretty well known inside the bushcrafting community and the survival community, I feel like. And one of the ways that you can do this activity or make this specific piece of survival gear out of a common household item. If you guys stick around to the end, I'll go ahead and give you one bonus tip on a material you guys can find practically anywhere, which you can use to make char in the exact same way as what you do with Charcloth. That's really all it is just charred material. But before we go and get more into this though, cue intro. Alrighty, so what I'm talking to you guys about today is none other than Charcloth. Now, for those of you who do not know what Charcloth is and are watching this because of that, Charcloth is basically any sort of cloth that is, 100% plant-based material or highly plant-based. And basically it is charred inside a metal tin like so. Generally has a hole punctured in it on one end to ventilate any smoke out. And that basically makes it so it's really nice and flammable. Cotton's already pretty flammable, but when you turn it into Charcloth and, just basically turn down to the base of what it is and just break it down, it's extremely, extremely flammable. Now, it's not really hard to make, and it really doesn't take very much at all, in all honesty. You can use a gas burner if you want, or a gas stove to sit here and make it, or you can do what most people do and use a fire's embers to sit there and do it. Now, like I said before, all you really need is a metal tin and some old cloth. I have sleeves that I don't use because I make sleeveless shirts like so here, and I basically toss it in a bug out bag or survival pack, for easy tinder for a fire. Other things you can actually make it out of is your linen from the dryer. That's extremely flammable. I watched a video talking about this, and it also said that basically when you use big chunks of that, it's extremely, extremely good because it'll create bigger embers that, will last longer and are more durable than, say, like little tiny pieces of this that are about quarter size. You definitely recommend going with the linen route if you can, because that's something most people generally deal with unless, you don't have a dryer. You can just use old clothes that no longer function. You're not going to give them away. They're torn, tethered, etc. Instead of just throwing away, turn to Charcloth. It'll make your life a lot easier in case of, emergencies. But with that being said, let's go and, show you guys how to do it. All right, so basically what you guys got to do is, start fire, get that going, and then when you're ready to start making the Charcloth, basically just dab the fire out or stomp it out, so that way you have nice embers. Or if you have a small fire and it's low on heat, just put the tin on there, either way, you got to be very careful when you're removing it. But basically, put your tin on the fire and the heat source, then let it sit for however long it takes for that smoke that's coming out of the hole to just basically stop popping out. And when that happens, that means your Charcloth is ready. Now, don't open the lid neither, because if you do, it'll bring oxygen in, which is a fuel source for fire, right? So it'll burn all your material and you'll start all over again. This is your end result here. It's nice and black, and it's extremely helpful in many situations. All you got to do is make a bird's nest to sit there and, put the ember in and then blow away, and eventually it'll take off as long as, you do everything correctly. This stuff is extremely handy to know, and it's a very good way to, recycle things, you feel me, or use them in a way that'll serve you in the future. And you don't have to pay somebody for it or vice versa, unless you really, really want to. I mean, it's so simple and easy, why would you? You feel me? Nonetheless, though, really great fucking shit, and I'd highly recommend it to keep in survival packs or just inside the house somewhere, so you guys have something for starting a fire in case, electricity goes out due to a solar storm or a natural disaster of any sorts. It's just good to have a couple of tins on hand, do you feel me? All right, it's time for that bonus tip I was telling you guys about earlier. So the material that you guys can practically find anywhere and is extremely good as charred material because it makes little thick pieces of char that hold embers pretty well, just like the linen I was telling you guys about from the dryers. And that is punk wood. Now, punk wood is just extremely dried, spongy-like sort of wood. It's like driftwood, you feel me? If any of you guys have picked it up and, you know, it's got all those holes in it, it looks pretty brittle, and it's got this, like, again, spongy nature to it. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You literally can find this crap everywhere, essentially. It's pretty easy to find too once you know it. But I used to find this stuff all the time as a kid, and I never would have imagined to do it like that, but I definitely knew that it makes getting fires going a lot easier. Just never thought about turning into char. Hopefully that will serve you guys pretty well, you know, and again, it's always nice to know that something like that's out there to make your life easier in case you can't, you know, use your cloth or anything on you because survival situations. So that's gonna be it for today, my dudes. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to, you know, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Really does mean a lot to us here whenever you do that. Also helps, you know, gauge what you guys are enjoying that I'm putting out there for you for this survival content. And, you know, if you have any suggestions on what you want to see or what you guys don't think you see enough of being talked about on survival YouTubes or like bushcrafting YouTube channels, let us know in the comments section down below. I'd love to get material out for you guys on that because shit, honestly, if you do that, I might even learn something too. So like that's another added ass benefit too. But if you guys did make it to this point in the video though, go ahead and leave the word survival in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end and that you guys are part of the 100% club. Also, feel free to catch us live every Wednesday and Friday over on the main YouTube or our Twitch/Facebook, where we play games like Pokemon Unite, talk about stuff like this, conspiracies with factual basis, you know, and reasons why you shouldn't trust the government. We also play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, in addition to, you know, sharing some dark humored memes, jokes, and just vibing out and having a good time, you know. Always love to have more people in there. Then also feel free to check out our Discord tribe, where we do movie/weeb night every other Friday. Watch things like Dragon Ball Super, anime, cartoons, dark humored shorts, etc., whatever floats the mood really, you know, and just vibe out with us and, you know, have a sense of community. We also do discuss other things in there like politics, respectfully of course, and then also philosophical and /or spiritual discussions. Always love to have more people in there too. So we got 39 in there currently, so try to get up to 100 by the end of the year if we can. At least 50. Thank you though, anyways, my dudes, I do appreciate you very much, and until next time, please don't forget to live long and prosper, take care and peace, keep it 1,000,000% real, and as always, fuck the system. I'll see you guys on the flip side, Z-Tribe.